All right, good morning and welcome to our channel, Princess It. Today is a wonderful Friday morning, and I come with a very important and exhilarating information that could gladden your heart and lift up your spirit. It's been a while now that we've been hearing of disbursement, but finally, the disbursement is right at our doorsteps. And any information that you're about to receive this morning from source is a soul-lifting and heartwarming one, so that you can know how to position yourself for that which is about to hit you and hit your bank account. It's about the timeline for disbursement, which happens to be next week, according to information source that we receive from our organs, and also the hierarchical structure of the payment scheme. As you're going to receive the structures, you'll be able to know how much is being allocated or earmarked for you as a beneficiary after it's been paid out from the grant handler straight down to the CEOs, that's the bundle owners, then you the beneficiary that's involved there. This is Princess It channel. In case you have not subscribed, kindly do so right now so that you will not be off from every update that is meant to bless you or get your attention right to prepared for that which is about to hit us at different quarters and organs. So having said that, the funds, the current status of the grant disbursement has it that the funds earmarked for this initiative are already secured within the Apex Bank, awaiting structured disbursement. And this process is being facilitated by officially designated grant handlers who have been entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring that these funds reach the intended beneficiaries in accordance with the agreed upon framework. However, during the initial stages of the program, certain individuals and organizations were disqualified due to non-compliance with the set eligibility criteria, and in response, some of these disqualified parties have attempted to challenge the system, leading to minor disruptions. Despite this, the regulatory bodies remain steadfast in maintaining the integrity of the process. It has also come to our notices and attention that numerous misconceptions and fraudulent schemes are being circulated regarding government-backed grants, particularly those involving NGOs, pioneer initiatives, and CBN-affiliated slots. We urge the public to exercise level of vigilance and refrain from falling victims to scams, to fraudulent activities, and it is imperative to also understand that these financial allocations are managed through structured channels, and any claims that is suggesting otherwise should be approached with serious caution. Now, there would be an upcoming digital screening and distribution timeline that is meant to also streamline the source and the process of disbursement, so that you would not be left out of the process, and whatever thing is going to hit your account is going to be legitimate in the first place. So in the light of the previous complications, and to reinforce transparency, a secondary digital screening process might possibly be conducted before the official distribution of funds next week. This is the additional vetting measure. It would aim to ensure that only verified and compliant grant handlers would oversee the disbursement process, and thereby eliminating potential bottlenecks or any form of discrepancies within this organ. All right, I'll just be with you in a moment. Don't touch the dial. All right, thank you very much and welcome back to our channel Princess It, where we report updated content, legitimate information according to source. So in case you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any vital updates. All right, according to verified intelligence, the disbursement process is scheduled to commence on Tuesday of next week, according to source. And at this stage, the allocated funds will be transferred from the Apex Bank into the accounts of the designated grant handlers. And these handlers will then be required to sign an MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, with the heads of approved NGOs, clearly outlining the timeline and modalities for onward disbursement of the fund to final beneficiaries. The initial phase of disbursement and expected payouts range, and the amount you're expected to get is going to be just opined out right in this particular review. Now, recent updates indicate that disbursements have already begun for selected bodies, and as part of the initial rollout phases, beneficiaries under the approved frameworks are expected to receive an amount around financial allocations within the range of 3 million to 10 million, depending on their categories. And then those who registered with the palliative support scheme are said to receive amounts ranging between 50,000 and 300,000 if there is no further change or review to this. But currently, that is the expected amount of delivery. Then, while this grand initiative is a major step towards economic relief and empowerment, it is also crucial for all stakeholders to remain cautious and only engage through officially recognized channels. Any unauthorized solicitations demanding for payment or unverifiable claims regarding fast-tracked access to these funds should be, as a matter of fact, reported immediately. All right. Further to that, the funds which are already secured with the Apex Bank and the money that is allocated for this grant program is not just floating around or being managed by random individuals. It has been officially secured within the Apex Bank, awaiting structured release. And what this means precisely is that no one can fast track the process outside of the official channels. So you have to be cautious of anyone promising to help you to access your funds early in exchange for money. Now, who are the grant handlers? The grant handlers are these specific bodies which we know authorized to facilitate the disbursement process, and they act as intermediaries between the Apex Bank and the NGOs that is going to distribute these funds to the final beneficiaries. Their responsibility is strictly regulated. That is why certain of them possibly were disqualified, and only the approved ones were the Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation Initiative, the Mama Supreme, the St. Rita Foundation and Midwest Improvement Program, the AGPGN, and the likes of Theobat. You understand? So they act as intermediaries between the Apex Bank and the NGO heads or the NGO bodies that would distribute funds to the final beneficiaries. Their responsibility is organically structured and regulated, meaning that they must adhere strictly to predefined terms and agreement, and that's why some MOU would also be given to them to sign in cognizance of the fact that they must adhere to the timeline given to them to disburse these funds to the masses. Now, many applicants were previously disqualified due to non-compliance. And as a result of this, there were some revoltings and protests and resistances from some groups to that effect. So to prevent further issues, a mild digital screening process might take place before the final official dissemination or distribution of these funds beginning next week, according to information source. All right, so this screening is designed to verify all grant handlers and the beneficiaries, and also not precisely the beneficiaries and all there, but the grant handlers and the NGO heads precisely. These are working in partnership to ensure that the fund reaches the intended beneficiaries and ensuring that the right people receive the funds and allocations are made. Of late, I got wind that what beneficiaries were meant to receive right now has been cut down to 100,000. I say, for what? 100,000. So in case the NGO heads, there's a lot of mess going on within the grant ecosystem, and there is a lot of fraudulent individuals that want to short circuit the vision and dreams of the beneficiaries who are in expectation. So in case, I want you to braid yourself up for this particular issue. It's not going to be a fight, it's going to be a struggle. Right, we're not going to break anybody's head, but we're going to really nip it at the bud. Those who are expected to receive certain entitlements, it won't be different from others. What others receive is what you must receive. So in the case where you receive something less than what you hear that Mr. A received or Mr. B got, you should know that the monkey hand is right in your organ. So that's the time to shout out. Why we come on this channel to tell you what exactly is meant to be done is so that by the time you are being visited, you will know how to attack the process. In the case where you are given 50,000 and it's not a palliative coming from AGPGN, or you are given 100,000, or you are given 200,000, and your colleague in possibly other NGOs receive 4 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, the rest of them like that, and then you are given 100,000, you should know that something is wrong somewhere. The amount given to you must be regular. It must coincide with other bodies within other NGOs. There is no biasness in this process. There is no form of cheating in this process. It has to be seamless, and everything has to corroborate and coincide with each other. So if you are a beneficiary, be prepared for these additional, I beg your pardon, I kept saying beneficiaries. In case you are an NGO body and the grant handler, be prepared for this additional mild digital verification step before funds reach the account. All right, so the first major step is what we say the movement from the Apex Bank into the designated grant handler's account. And once this transfer is complete, the grant handlers will be responsible for distributing the money according to the pre-agreed framework. So there's going to be an MOU that is going to be signed before the funds reach the beneficiaries. The grant handlers must first sign an MOU with various NGOs that will oversee disbursement at the grassroots level. This is to fully ensure that every transaction follows proper documentation and accountability standards. This is Princessy Channel. In case you're yet to subscribe, you just have to do so right now so that you don't miss out on vital updates as we get at this crucial time. We're just at the nick of time where updates is key. You need to be there. Hit the notification bell so that when we drop a vital update, you would be among the first to receive that. All right, so disbursement to beneficiaries. After completing the agreements, NGOs would begin fund allocation to individual beneficiaries, and there would be specific payout structure timelines to ensure the funds would reach eligible recipients efficiently and also fairly. So who will receive these grants and how much you're meant to receive? We need to discuss this in clear terms. What many of you have been waiting for, the payout structure and is here right now. So the beneficiaries, the grant beneficiaries, are meant to receive between 3 million to 10 million according to information source, and those who qualified for full grants will receive this amount ranging between the specifics. All right, ranging between the specifics. Then the variation and allocation is based on the specifics that's just been iterated here, because those that are in the palliatives for support to beneficiaries under the AGPGN scheme, you might be getting 50,000 to 300,000, and you begin to scream, hey, where is this fund coming from? When I see some of my colleagues receiving 3 million, the variation within this organ has to do with the grant handlers and the support group where you registered for. If it is AGPGN, definitely you know that that's not grant initiative. It's just a supportive palliative coming to you from there. So you have to just know how to mitigate between these two organs of dissemination of allocation funds. All right, palliatives goes to the AGPGN, then the grant goes to the likes of the UAAG Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation, the likes of Theobat, and I think Midwest Improvement Program. I don't know, possibly could be a support program also, you know. So, but then the funds, the biggest of the funds comes from Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation, and other ones could just be some minor friends and all that. So, but then just get to know where you registered from. All right. So the key warning remains that before we conclude on this phase, there are some key warnings and they're critical to our existence to help you avoid scams and misinformation. No one can fast track your grant for free. Did you hear that? No one is expected to fast track your receiver of grant for free. If anyone claims they can help you receive your funds faster for a fee, do not fall for it. Never you try to swallow that. It's going to be a pain in the gut. Do not fall for it. The disbursement process follows a structured and regulated approach, and there are no shortcuts to that. You have to understand that. Beware of fake grant handlers and middlemen. This time, as you are preparing for fund receiver, they are also preparing for scamming process. That's what I want you to know. You are warming up. They are warming up. Seriously. The fake grant handlers have gone to duplicate their energies. They've gone to duplicate their professionalism in tactics and way to swindle the funds from your account. So get prepared. Don't say you were not warned before time. Beware of fake grant handlers and middlemen at this time. You still have time to reach out to some of the NGO heads in case you want to duplicate your receiver of grant from multiple sources. There is still time for that. All right, so you could do that right now. Some individuals sent their names to me yesterday, which I had to forward to a body for free, not at a cost, for free. All right, so please, you can still do that in case you want to get much from this. You can spread your links all around, your names, your account number, and your credentials, as the case may be, that we need to identify, your bank, your state, where you reside, your name, your account number, and the rest of them like that. All right, so only officially designated grant handlers would be responsible for fund distribution and nobody else. Now, if someone outside the official framework offers to assist with your application of fund retrieval, be extremely cautious. Be extremely cautious. Verify information before taking action. With the increase in fraudulent activities, ensure that you are getting updates from this channel officially is a source before making any decision regarding your grant applications. Very important. So stay updated for the next steps. More information will be released in subsequent times as the process unfolds. Beneficiaries should remain patient and be ready for the digital screening. Sorry, I beg your pardon, beneficiaries. I mean the grandlandlords and the NGO heads, possibly beneficiaries. You have nothing else to prepare for. There's nothing, just what you wanted, just is your alert. And so there's no screening for you except someone desire to screen you out of the list, which for you listening to me right now, that will not be your portion. And that's why you shouldn't just hinge on one NGOs. Try as much as possible to broad spread your names, your contact details and stuff in other NGOs according to information source that we get. So by next week, Tuesday, all of these are going to be falling into line. In conclusion, to sum it all up, the long-awaited grant disbursement process is finally set to begin from next week, Tuesday, and there are strict measures in place to ensure transparency and accountability. The Apex Bank has secured the funds and they would be moved to the grant handler's account before being distributed. Secondly, a digital screening process might be enforced before funds reach beneficiaries next week. Then grant recipients will receive between the amount of 3 million to 10 million, while palliative support beneficiaries will receive between 50,000 naira to 300,000 naira. Stay vigilant conclusively against scammers and fraudsters. Only trust verified sources. This is a significant moment for many beneficiaries, and if you are one of them, prepare yourself for the next steps. We would continue to monitor developments and provide timely updates for everyone. Thank you for listening. Stay informed, stay safe, and don't forget to share this update with others who might benefit. Thank you very much. This is Princess It. Subscribe to our channel for further updates. Have a nice day.